Hey gang, today I'm going to talk about a relatively unknown rapper, dare I say random rapper, but it's a rapper you should know. Definitely if you're into the 90s, the early to mid 90s, underground, lyrical, that whole movement from the 93 forward kind of tip to the 97, 98, then this is someone you're definitely going to feel, definitely someone you want to know about. His name's Deadly. Deadly put out 3 12-inch singles on CMC Music, all with the identical sticker cover. Since he doesn't actually put the song title on the sticker, he could just keep reusing the same sticker cover. So it's just presumably a self-portrait or an artist rendition and his name, Deadly. So they all look pretty similar, but there's actually 3 different 12-inches. So the first one is Koolin, K-O-L''N, Koolin. And in one way, it's his best song, it's his most appealing song, and another way, it's sort of his worst song. Deadly's got this ill, grimy kind of voice. He's sort of like Nine, he's sort of like Tucker the Hunter Man. A lot of times people kind of group him as being sort of a reggae hip-hop artist. But there's nothing really reggae about his music. It's just sort of maybe the gruffness of his voice and all. And the music is pure hip-hop. We don't know who produced it, unfortunately. All these 12-inches until his final 12-inch have no production credits. So we don't really know who produced it. But it's a killer beat. And that's one of the big selling aspects of it. It's a simple beat. It's a pure 90s, it's like a basic piano loop that really unchanging through the whole thing. Simple breakbeat, but it just sounds great. The hook sounds great. The backing vocals just add to the, the 90s was that time of the whole kind of chanted chorus that, who's with me, we are, that kind of chorus. So he's got a little bit of that laid into the beat. Some of it's live, some of it I think is actually looped, but it just sounds so perfect with the beat, the piano, it all comes together, his voice, his flow, and in that sense, it's definitely his best single, it's his most appealing, it's a great listen. It's his worst single though, I would say, lyrically. And I think it's really just a victim of its time. It's the early 90s, this is a time when, let's face it, we were all a little too, or a lot too, enamored with punchlines. Of course, this was the time when Chino XL was just beginning to come out. But everybody had punchlines. Lord Finesse was going overboard with the punchlines. And this song, it starts out, this girl's asking him, what are you doing? He's like, I'm playing the game. And the game is essentially really cheesy punchlines. It's all, pop culture references and bad puns. And it's all based on celebrities. It's completely non sequiturs. It's all just sort of stuff like, I had a problem and even Buddy couldn't hack it, as in Buddy Hackett the comedian. So that's the whole song. It's just non-stop. It's a good 5.5 minutes. There's a brief chorus, but essentially it's just tons and tons and tons of those punchlines. So in that sense, it's his worst song. But it's also meant very lightly. I mean, that's why he says right in the beginning, I'm playing the game, he's cooling, it's a very lighthearted, fun beat. You're not really meant to take it so seriously. He's not really competing with the great lyricists of our time on this record. It's just a really goofy, fun record, and it's an enjoyable listen. It's a head nodder for sure. I'm going to play a clip of it right now. You'll hear for yourself. Oh, and I forgot to mention there's a great horn sample on the hook, too.
Yo, Deadly, what you doing, man?
I'm playing the game.
What's the name of your game?
Yo, I'm coolin'. Yo, just beat this, yo. Yo, I said I'm coolin'. So what's the name of your game? I said I'm coolin'. So what's the name of your game? I'm coolin'. So what's the name of your game? I said I'm coolin'. Check it out. Now I'ma stop just to rock that spot with the oil. I'm kicking it smooth, but I'm still not soft. The punk Deadly. I kill a punk who tried to diss me. Even lead to Fort wanna kiss me. I'm fine in my mind, you can say a 9-incher. I'm rich like a bitch, but I'm still a penny pincher. Got more homes than Harry, I'm dirtier than Harry. Yo, I got the dick that Mariah couldn't carry. I never was a zero, I got money, I'm a hero. Don't even think Robert got this much to do. You can see me on your TV. I throw out hits like the LAPD. Georgie Porgy and an orgy to push. Now I had to pull him out the Barbara Bush, but I don't force it. I shake it and I toss it. I came close to getting a front Sarah on the faucet. Where? I'm afraid of Fred Porges, Virginia. There is a Santa Claus. Don't be ashamed, I back a hunch, I know the game. Now I'm coolin'. So what's the name of your game? I'm coolin'. So what's the name of your game? I said I'm coolin'. So what's the name of your game? I'm coolin'. So what's the name of your game? I said I'm coolin'. I done away with Faye, cause she didn't win an Emmy. I gave less to less, but now I'm giving more to them. I looked.
Now the B-side is almost a complete antithesis of that. The B-side, instrumentally, is much darker, it's dope, but it's cool. Lyrically, it's a story, it's a narrative. He's much smarter lyrically this time around. It's a narrative, you know, along the lines of sort of a children's story or something, but even darker than that, about, you know, a guy who winds up killing people because he's just given up on life, dies, and life in hell is even worse. It's called Say Your Prayer. I'm going to play a clip of that too. But like I said, so lyrically it's better and it's darker. Musically it's darker, but it doesn't have that whole kind of bum catchiness of, you know, the A-side is almost that sort of Naughty by Nature, hip-hop array kind of vibe, and then this is the complete opposite of that.
Deep in the heart of the ghetto, there lives a man named Rocky, and his favorite phrase right before he kills you, he says, say a prayer. What's this called? Say a prayer, motherfucker, say a prayer. 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 Rocky looking cocky, you can tell the way he's flexing. Hooked up with a gang full of bang that protecting. Up to no good, so the hood thinks he's crazy. The crew that he runs have more guns than the Navy. Rocky brings death, never left a survivor. He's looking like a spy plus the eye of the tiger. He empties out your pocket, you couldn't make him stop it. And if you press charges, his crew will make you drop it. Rocky's on the edge, got the biggest edge and mercy. When you shoot you dead, you never have a look of mercy. Never shows regret, he just stepped walking proudly. Known for taking cash, taking lives and acting rowdy. If Rocky pulls his gun, say goodbye to your future. Cause he do not believe in putting it back unless he shoots ya. Go to your dome, set your home, he's a slayer. Point it to your head, then he said, say a prayer. Say a prayer, motherfucker, 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 say a prayer. No one really knew why Rocky is so evil. Even without the thrill of a kill, he's still diesel. Never leave.
Okay, and so then we come to single number 2. And single number 2 is Coolin' Again, but this time it's the DJ Enough and Pac remix. Again, there's no production credits, but I think it's safe to guess that it's been remixed by DJ Enough and Pac Div, who were production partners and did a lot of stuff together at that time. And it's pretty simple, because basically all they do is they take the acapella of that one and drop it over the beat that K-Solo used for Fugitive, and lots of other people use it. Poison Clan use it, Penthouse Players Clique use it, Unique use it for his anti-drug song. So it's that very familiar beat, but it's a great beat. And of course the whole flow again of and voice of Deadly just sounds perfect with it. And they use a great special ed sample for the hook where it's just like, you know, I'm coolin', cause coolin' is all that I'm about, just coolin' with the girlies, yes, and bustin' it out. So they just kind of keep flipping that on the hook. So it just sounds really dope. And again, it's a lighthearted song. The beat, even though it's a little bit harder, still has that kind of lighthearted nature, so it's another fun song. I really like the remix. I really recommend it, even though you'd say, oh, well, maybe they didn't work too hard on it, but it's pretty dope. And then the B-side is just the A-side of the other one, the original Coolin', so let's just give you that one again. So, okay, so now let's talk pressings, because then we had that first Coolin', we have the second Coolin', which is also 1994. But then this was pressed again in 1995. And the 1995 one is exactly identical to this second 1994 one, with the Pac Div and Enough remix, and the original on the A-side. It's just the labels are different. Obviously the date, 94 to 95, but also gives it a little bit of like executive producer credit, and there's a UPC symbol. Otherwise, it's exactly the same thing. So there's two pressings of this one. This is the first pressing, 1994, that I have.
Alright, old dream will come true. You need to stop crashing your Porsches. No, I'm just trying. Sometimes I'm thinking, don't do the hook, do the hook, don't do the hook. You know. I'm playing the game. Yo, I'm coolin'. Yo, just beat this, yo. Yo, I said I'm coolin'. I said I'm coolin'. I'm coolin'. I said I'm coolin'. Check it out. Now I'ma stop just to rock that rock with the old flow. I'm kicking it smooth, but I'm still not so. Don't call me deadly. I kill a punk and try to diss me. Even lead to Ford one against me. I'm fine in my mind, you can say a 9-incher. I'm rich like a bitch, but I'm still a penny pincher. Got more homes than Harry, I'm dirtier than Harry. Yo, I got the dick that Mariah couldn't carry. I never was a zero, I got money, I'm a hero. Don't even think Robert got this much De Niro. You can see me on your TV. I throw out hits like the LAP. Georgie Porgy and an orgy to push. Now I had to pull him out the barbarous bush, but don't force it. shake it and I toss it. I came closer than the front barrel on the porch. Where I'm afraid of Project Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. Don't be ashamed, my back horse, I know the name. Now I'm cooling. So what's the name of your game? I'm cooling. I said I'm cooling. I'm cooling. I said I'm cooling. I done away with fake, cause she didn't win an Emmy. I gave less to them, but now I'm giving more to them.
Okay, so now we're hard into 95. This was only pressed in 1995. His third and final single is called 2, I Got More Flavors Than You, and it's produced by the Troubleneck Brothers. If you don't know who the Troubleneck Brothers are, they're really kind of cool, dope, underrated, much along the lines of Deadly, hip-hop group that were in the mid-90s. They only put out a couple 12 inches. There are promo cassettes and stuff of their album, but they're super rare, super hard to find. It was never a proper release, so collectors know all about the Troubleneck Brothers. You know, they had a single out and then with a video out that was pretty cool. But most of their stuff was actually a little bit harder than that video was. So anyway, they produced this. And again, this is more, you know, more lyrical, without being so goofily punchliney, you know, more genuinely lyrical. He's not amazing lyrically. It's definitely more about his voice and his flow. And again, the beat is more serious and kind of darker in tone, and in keeping with what you expect from the Troubleneck Brothers.
Yes! Ganja smoking. Let's kill the Bomber Club. Dash me that 40 ounce there. No, but just I'm in over raptor. I got more flavors than you. No, but just I'm in over raptor. I got more flavors than you. Who the fuck you think you're fooling? Nigga, look who's rolling. You motherfucker should left me alone when I was cooling. You bullshit forever. Heard that from everything. Fake rappers talking about shit that they never did. Because of a lucky strike. Thinking it's a time. Get platinum and you don't deserve to touch a mic. No justice. I haven't got you justice. Sad paper, do the beat, my beat is some rough shit. You don't come for it, don't come for. Where you gonna run to? Can you feel the pain of my tongue beating on you? God, the earth. You know I said the pussy wanna try to test me first. God, the earth. You want damn cool will laugh to this. You know what a bloody city. Look how it dirty and gritty. Life is like art without no pity. Woman nowadays, I get too tricky. Used to walk road with her head picky. Now she walk 10 miles, just pretty dicky. My lyrics come mean like a girl is pretty. Flip to style like a pair of titty. No, because I'm in over rap. I got more flavors than you. No, because I'm in over rap. I got more flavors than you. I take that into great matters. Walk with the cat to test them fake rap.
Then the B-side, Come On With Your Bad Self. This is produced by and featuring a guy called Eyewitness. That's I-Witness. He's not great as a lyricist, but he's pretty good. He's pretty solid. They both come nice on this. Deadly outshines Eyewitness a bit, but they're both pretty tight. The beat's pretty tight. It's another winner. I'll play you a clip. This is pretty much the one song where Deadly gets a bit more rude boy ragamuffin on it.
Deadly and Eyewitness. I'm not joking. We watch. Them a tiger and a lion, but most of you know, forget about the dragon. Go on, Deadly, cause you are the dog. Eyewitness, you are the my champion. Boom, 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 boom. Don't look at me further. Tight no server, it's the party server. I with the kick that's on the fly, draw high, bang, gang, also race on train like a big import on Rex, living heads for that. See the paint on town, Deadly red, stuck on hot mode, explode like TNT. Yo, deep to your low, more hits than we roll. Come with those Stilo Loser, with producer. I'm with this natural chicken rooster. Feel the coocher. Who's the epitome? Losers, you're killing me, stealing me. I owns it now. It's a damn bad boy. I don't think they see. I am a rude boy. If you don't feel we, I know you are gonna feel. Eyewitness and the dragon beware. Don't let no nigga just start to escape. We watch how we get around like the way. Come on, it's so bad, come on, it's so bad, come on, it's so bad, Deadly, the dragon. Come on, it's so bad, come on, it's so bad, come on, it's so bad, Deadly, the dragon. Look on the ground, look on the ground, look on the ground.
So that's the legacy of Deadly, just these 3 singles. He kind of disappeared. He never really took off, but I mean, I think these singles were making some noise back in the day. Had some buzz. I mean, he made at least 2 pressings of Coolin', not including the 2 different versions of Coolin'. So, you know, he was making some noise. And I've actually heard, and I can't 100% vouch for the accuracy of this because I haven't read this printed anywhere, but I've heard from a reasonably reliable source that Deadly was then deported from the country, which is why he sort of left the scene. Apparently he was a nice guy and, you know, helped people out, but he also had some shady illegalities going on, which wound up getting him deported, and now he still can't come back into the country. And the last people sort of heard from him is that he was actually doing television music for television commercials in Jamaica. So it's a shame, because Deadly was pretty dope, and it'd be nice if he had some more records, but they're also really a product of the time. And I don't know if he's one of those artists who would have held up over the years. I mean, I think this is a good time capsule of the 90s. And the nice thing is, because he's so sort of underrated and underappreciated, these aren't really that, they're sort of rare. I mean, if you look on Discogs, it's not even all listed and stuff like that. I don't think people are really that onto him and are searching for him, but that also means you find him pretty cheap. You know, I was missing one of his 12 inches. I got online for $2. I saw some more online and like Gem and stuff. So they're out there. They're easy to find. People aren't aware of them, aren't clued in, so you can pick them up. They're not like $1,000 Phase and Rhythm records, but they're dope, underappreciated, rare, indie, pure 90s. Deadly. Definitely more about his voice and his flow, and some darker production from the Troubleneck Brothers, which I'll play you a clip of.